it's Moak here. I just thought I'd do a real quick video on my EDC, my everyday carry. I just got bored and felt like doing this while I was getting ready to put all my stuff on for my day-to-day routine. I'll just do real quick. Alright, starting down here at the bottom. Of course, got my good wallet. Carried my essentials, money, CCW, driver's license, all that. And then, yes, it's Bear Grylls. I know it's not the most liked or even the best, but this is just a good hard use fixed blade knife. It's really light and I don't feel it. I wear this horizontally and smaller back. A lot of people give me shit for it, but I really don't care. Doesn't stay sharp very long because I tear the hell out of this knife. I use it as a pry bar or everything else. But I totally think it was worth the 20 bucks I paid for it. Yes, I like lots of knives. Why so many knives, you might ask? Well, everyone has a purpose and redundancy is key to survival. Got a couple of little Swiss Army knives. Yeah, multiples. This one's the smaller one. It's got a flathead, and same thing that this one does. This one's just got a little bit bigger blade. These are for fine cutting. This one is for the finer cutting, something that I need to be really careful, or detail cutting. Got your good old tweezers and toothpick, which comes in handy, believe it or not. And this one's got just a little bit bigger blade if I need to do a little bit harder cutting, but I can still do some fine cutting on it. And instead of the flathead though, it's got the file part is pointy. And that's the knife. Now, the file part on this one's pointy, whereas on the little one it's a flathead, which actually comes in handy, believe it or not. I use it a lot. Here, just another backup belt knife. I keep it in tandem with my Bear Grylls hard use knife. Yeah, got quite a bit of wear on it, but anything worth value, well. And this is my Gerber. Yes, I am a Gerber fan. No, they're not the best on the market, but for the money, they're damn good. This is Gerber. I can't remember the model or name or anything, but I chose it mainly because of the Tonto blade and the fast action opening. Tonto Inspirations. This is not really a work knife. This is more of a self-defense knife. This will be my primary self-defense knife. Now, in any situation, I'm going to grab whatever I can. In any self-defense situation, I'm going to grab the fastest one that I can get to. Got my glass breaker on there. Haven't tested that out. I need to. My son keeps trying to get in the video. Yes, another Bear Grylls. But believe it or not, this thing is very, very, very handy. I use the hell out of this thing, and I'm not easy on it. I'm very hard on this thing, and it has not failed me once. I remember when we moved my brother in, we had to take the legs off his couch. We got a Phillips head screwdriver right there. Or this flathead here, or the bottle opener. I use the crap out of this thing. I am not easy on anything I own. If I own something, it's because, well, if I own something for more than a couple weeks, it's because it's proven itself to be tough and reliable, because I'm very hard on things. And just an ordinary Bic lighter, I think you should always have at least one way of making fire on your person at all times. For whatever reason. I mean, the reasons for having something to make fire are just too numerous to list, so whatever reason, you should always have at least a mini Bic, something to make fire. I like to keep the bright orange just in case for whatever reason I drop it. It's easily seen. Of course, it's got standard car and house keys, fob. And then you should always have a way of light. You should always have a flashlight on you. For me, I use the Streamlight Stylus Pro. It runs on 2 AAAs. It's actually pretty bright for as cheap as it is. I think I paid $30 for this from Bass Pro Shop. And this is my second one because I lost my first one somehow. I don't know. But I love this so much I got my wife one. The only problem I have with it is I put it in my left pocket, and every time well, not every time, but a lot of times I put my seatbelt on, it slides up under there in my pocket, and then when I get out of my truck, it bends this thing over, and I'm constantly bending it down. I can't count how many times I've had to take pliers to bend this thing flat back down, but I've never had it fall out of my pocket. The batteries actually last for quite a long time on this. On the description it says that battery life is about 7.5 hours runtime. I change batteries maybe twice a year. And I use this all the time. I mean, almost every night when I come home so I don't wake my wife or son, I'll be looking for stuff and shining around the house. So I don't have to turn it on overhead light. And just a standard leather belt. I think I got gypped on the deal because I paid $70 for this thing, and it wasn't worth it. I'm going to be looking in the market here soon to get me some kind of EDC belt, something with a Cobra buckle. I don't know if I'm going to go with SOE Tactical or what. And then finally, I got my EDC, my CCW, whatever. Good old Glock 19, Gen 4. I like the Gen 4 only because of the grip stipling, the larger magazine ejection button, and the grip is smaller initially without the back straps put on. I've been carrying this one for a little over a year now. Very comfortable. I like the 9mm. It's cheap and it's easy to use and well available. And the holster I use is a Kydex holster in the waistband by PJ Holsters. This is actually the second one I've had from my Glock 19 from PJ. The first one started cracking up here across the top where I put it over the belt. I emailed him about it, sent it back to him. He sent me this one back, no charge at all, except for what it cost to ship it there, the old one there. These are very comfortable. I've had, I think, 4 different holsters for 4 different guns from PJ, and I would highly recommend them. I won't use anything else. And this is just so comfortable. I fall asleep in my chair with it all the time. Anyways, when he sent it back to me, he put a extra layer of Kydex in here in the middle, and it has held up pretty well. I haven't even heard a pop or anything. Holds the gun in pretty good. While it may not give super retention, you can kind of hear it slipping in and out there. It does give enough to where, as long as I've got it in the waistband and I got my belt tightened down, it's not coming out. I was over at my dad's a while back on his back stretcher exercise machine, whatever, I don't know what it's called, but basically you lay on it and you roll upside down, and this just stayed in my hip. I went back and forth, and it did not even get loose. Anyways, there y'all go. Just a quick view of what I carry from day to day. Yeah, that's quite a bit of stuff to put in pockets, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I get used to stuff pretty fast in my pockets. I used to hate having a lot of stuff in my pockets, but it really doesn't bother me anymore. And everything I have has a purpose. This is Moax saying thank you. If you like this, subscribe. Since the weather's going to be getting nicer here soon, hopefully. It's 17 degrees right now with freaking gale force gusts outside almost. Anyway, as soon as it starts getting nicer, I'm going to start doing a lot more videos with firearms or chickens, just basic homesteading, stuff like that. I have to rebuild the workbench in my workshop. That'll be good times. Anyways, this is Moax signing off. Thank you. Okay, I forgot a couple things. My KCO G-Shock watch, this is solar powered. Had about 10 years. I'll do a review on it later. Never changed batteries on it. Great watch. And 550 cord bracelet. Just a standard thing. Good old hat. Safety grade sunglasses. And that is it. Thank you.